morning, Babble and Bathers. Start your day the Babble way. I'm Shania here with my broadcast partner, Tasia. Jasper is here with your Bather Sports update, and Armani have your weather forecast. Today is Friday, February 22nd, and here's some making news. Making news on this day, two women says singer R. Kelly picked them out of a crowd at the Baltimore after party in the mid-90s. They were underage and had sex with one of the teens, although she was under the influence of marijuana and alcohol and couldn't consent. For more on this story, visit ustoday.com.
Making news around the world, at least 67 people have been killed and 40 injured after a fire torn through apartment buildings in a chemical warehouse in a historic part of Bangladesh. The latest such deadly in South Asia nation broke out Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. in Dhaka area. The fire then quickly spread across the area, damaging a restaurant and 5 buildings. Muhammad, Saudi city mayor, said that earlier in the week, city officials had a raid in the area and tried to close the chemical warehouse. For more on this story, visit CNN.com. Making news around the country. The body of an elderly white man was found Wednesday afternoon inside a parked car outside of a Macomb township business. Macomb County Sheriff responded about 2 p.m. at a report of a person in a Ford car parked in a lot of a ABC warehouse on the Hall Road. A car window was broken. Employees said that the car has been parked there for several days. Sheriff spokesman said no foul play is suspected. For more on this story, visit MacombDaily.com. Now here's Jasper with your Bather Sports Update.
I'm Jasper with your Bather Sports Update. The Michigan Wolverines beat the Minnesota Golden Gophers last night 69-60. Michigan is now tied with Michigan State atop the Big Ten standings. The Spartans will be in Ann Arbor on Sunday in a battle for first place. Tip-off is at 3:45. The Detroit Red Wings are home tonight. The Minnesota Wild are in town. Puck drops at 7:30. The Wings are in tailspin right now and are near the bottom of the NHL standings. The Pistons are in Atlanta tonight to take on the Hawks. Detroit is currently 8th in the Eastern Conference and holding the last playoff spot. There are 2 games behind the Nets and a half game behind the Hornets. The Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic are nipping on their heels. Tip-off is at 7:30. The game can be seen on Fox Sport 1. That's all for your Bather Sports Update. Back to you, Shania.
Thanks, Jasper. Making news around the state, a former medical resident who was busted last year with the stash of prescription drugs and more than 100 credit card numbers has pleaded guilty to creating fake prescriptions. Better announced Thursday. Under a plea agreement, his sentencing guideline range is expected to be 81 to 95 months in prison. For more on this story, visit freep.com. My here's Armani with your Bather Babble forecast.
I'm Armani with your Bather Babble forecast. Across country, there will be a light thunderstorm over in the West Coast, and in the Rocky Mountains there will be a mixture of snow and rain, and in the Midwest there will be a light snow storm. Over here in the East Coast there will be a severe thunderstorm. For today's outlook, right now it's going to be 22 degrees and it's going to be partly cloudy. At noon it'll be 34 degrees and mostly sunny, and the same for around 4 p.m. with 40 degrees. Around 8 p.m. it's going to be 33 degrees and it's going to be a clear overview. For the 3-day forecast, Saturday is going to be severe thunderstorms with a high of 44 degrees and a low of 39 degrees. For Sunday, it's going to be showers at the high of 45 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. And on Monday, it's going to be a high of 31 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. It's partly cloudy. For today's weather word, it's going to be bombogenesis. Occurs when a mid-latitude cyclone rapidly intensifies, dropping at least 24 millibars over 24 hours. A millibar measures atmospheric pressure. And that's all for your Bather Babble forecast. Back to you, Tasia.
Thanks, Armani. Now it's time for the word of the day. Today's word is coherent, which means logic or constant. The first of the 2 students' debates will be held today in a small auditorium. Journalist Jason Whitlock says that hip-hop culture is an utter failure. The me first, rebellious, anti-Italian culture directly tracks most of the values necessary to sustain a civilized culture. Is he right? The debate will be monitored by Bather Babble on Don Williams.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Bathers. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bell City Beat. Subscribe to get notifications when we go live each day. Leave us a comment, a like, and tell your friends and teachers to watch us too. Teachers, email us your announcements at bathebabble@gmail.com and have your announcements read on the show. See you next time on Bathe the Babble.